Hey guys, welcome to another episode of the Euro Cooking Canuck. And no, you do not need to adjust anything and you are not seeing things. I am in my kitchen. Guys, I'm not on my new cam. I will be soon. I'm on my laptop and I'm doing a little bit of an experiment, so bear with me and I'm hoping that this works out. If it does, you'll see it. If it doesn't, then you are not going to see it, obviously. Okay, I digress. Guys, on today's segment of Memories of Macedonia, I'm going to do something. Not only is it traditional in Macedonia, but it's traditional all over the world. Everyone loves it, and you're familiar with it. I'm talking about comfort food, and I'm talking about shepherd's pie. Now, traditionally, shepherd's pie came from shepherds who herd sheep, so they use lamb. We ain't using lamb. Some people use beef. We ain't using beef. Some people use pork, veal. We ain't using any of that either. Guys, I know I'm all old school, but I'm all about old school and I love showing you the traditional recipes, but today I'm going to show you my version of a low-fat, low-cal shepherd's pie, and believe me, it's going to have all the flavors of the traditional and you seriously will fool people. Trust me. Okay guys, if all goes well, hopefully, I'll be back to show you what we're going to need to make this awesome low-fat, low-cal shepherd's pie. Oh yeah. Okay guys, I'm back to show you what we're going to need to put together this low-fat, low-cal shepherd's pie. And you're probably asking, well, what makes it low-fat and low-cal? I'll show you. Guys, I'm using minced chicken, not any fatty meat. It's a really lean chicken, and we all know chicken is low in fat and it's really good for us. Using that. I'm going to show you, let's stand up here. I'm going to make a mirepoix in the filling as well. So I have some celery and some carrot. Couple of cooking onions, and I'm going to use garlic to your taste, obviously. Now for the flavorings, Worcestershire sauce, good old salt and pepper, rosemary, which is a must use rosemary, and then I have a beef bouillon cube. Now you can use chicken if you like. I'm using this as actually a low-fat or no-fat rather chicken beef bouillon, and I'm going to use this to just add a little bit of beefy flavor. But I mean, go ahead and use a chicken stock if you like. Now, optional, you can use about a cup of wine, red wine in here, but I'm going to use just a little bit of beer. Now, guys, I know beer is not low-fat or low-cal, but this amount is going to go into a whole dish. It's not going to be eaten in one get-go. And guys, this shepherd's pie, or any shepherd's pie for that matter, freezes really well. So if you have some extra left over, portion it out, pop it in the freezer, and when you're ready for it, just heat it through. Bob's your uncle. Now, you're probably asking, what about mashed potatoes? Potatoes are fattening and they're high in carbs, and yeah, they are. So we're not using them. Guys, what I'm going to use is cauliflower. Yeah, I know. Trust me on it. Trust me. You will fool people. Trust me on this. Now, take a look. This is interesting. I don't want to drip everywhere, but take a look at cauliflower. Doesn't it look like a brain? Yeah. There is a very smart group of people out there who have figured out that the veggies and fruits that we eat look like certain parts of our body, and that particular veggie or fruit helps out that part of the body. So obviously, guys, cauliflower is good for your brain. It's good for your memory and all things that go on in your noggin. Now, they say, and I'm not an expert, but pregnant women should eat an avocado because it does resemble the womb, okay? So take a look at your fruits and veggies and you tell me what they look like and how they would help that part of the body, and keep it clean. Come on. All right, guys, I'm going to be right back and I'll show you what I do next. So stay with me. All right, see you in a bit. Hey guys, I'm back. Sorry about that angle. I'm on my stovetop. And what I've gone ahead and done now is just started to brown off my minced chicken. And guys, I forgot to mention, sorry, I used 2 packs of minced chicken in here for this shepherd's pie. So just break it up a little bit. It doesn't have to be cooked completely through, but you just want to get most of the pink out because it's going to further cook in the oven, don't forget. So at this point in the game, I'm just going to go ahead and season it as you should season your food in layers. I'm going to hit it with some black pepper, and I'm going to turn the heat down actually now. Some black pepper and some sea salt to your taste. And that's it. The rest of the seasoning is going to go in later. Now, I'm using a non-stick pan, and I didn't have to add any oil. There's just natural juices coming out of the chicken. And again, guys, it's really low fat. There's like no oil in here. So you may need to add a little bit of oil when you cook your veggies. Or you can use a low-fat, no-fat cooking spray. So this is done. I'm going to take it off the element and set it aside in a bowl. And again, you don't have to drain this because there's no fat. I know I'm not showing you, but I'm just putting the chicken in a bowl carefully. And let your chicken just chill out on the side for now. Keep it in reserve. Right. So I'm going to turn that off. So I just have my chicken waiting for me in the bowl. Okay. In this pot over here, our cauliflower, ta-da, is all nice and soft. The spoon goes right through them. So at this point in the game, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the cauliflower out and I'm going to drain it really, really well. And I'll show you what I do with that next. Okay, guys, see you in just a bit. Hey, guys, I'm back and I've chopped up our mirepoix, which is the carrot, the celery, and onion into small pieces. You don't want huge pieces in here. But I wanted to come back real quick and just touch upon what I was telling you guys about the cauliflower and how it looked like a brain. They say carrots are good for your eyes. Have you ever looked at a carrot when you've cut it? Looks like an eye to me. Okay, guys, I'm back on the stovetop, and I have my mirepoix in my pan on a medium low. You just want to get everything kind of soft. You don't want to get crispy vegetables. If you get a few little brown pieces, that's okay because the onions will just taste caramelized, and that's yum. So they're halfway there. They're pretty much there. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to hit it with some garlic. And again, it's to your taste. I've used about 4 cloves. They weren't huge though. So they're going to go in. Again, season your recipes in layers. Everything you add needs to have that next layer of flavor. Otherwise, if you ever had something and you're like, well, I really love the veg part, but the meat was like really salty, you know, or that was bland. So season it in layers, and don't go crazy because I always tell you guys, always, it's easier to add than take away. And you should be tasting your food as you go along. There's some cooks out there who are allergic to certain things and they can't taste their food. I don't know how they do it. It would kill me. All right, guys. Whoa, you can already smell the garlic. Oh my God. It's awesome. All right. Just for aesthetics. Okay. In here, you guys know, is the cauliflower, and I'm going to show you what I did. I put it through a strainer, and I began to mash it. And by that I mean I'm just simply using my wooden spoon. You don't need to use a masher because cauliflower is soft, and there's no starch really in cauliflower, so it's not like a potato. And you know what I mean, you don't want to kill it, but every so often give it a little push down. And this one's probably done now until you get the right texture. And what you're looking for is to get all that liquid out. Now I drained the cauliflower when I took it out and just let it sit in here, and then I dumped that. This is just from pressing and mashing. Look at all that water. Okay, it's like soup. So there's a lot of water in cauliflower. And the great thing about making the mashed cauliflower as opposed to mashed potatoes is you don't always need to add milk or cream or anything like that. Again, it's bonus low fat, but because the cauliflower has so much moisture in it already, you don't really need to do it. So I just wanted to come back and show you the cauliflower, our veg, which I'm going to let go for a little bit more, and then I'll show you what I do next. All right, guys, thanks a lot for sticking with me. Hey, guys, okay, I'm back. The veggies are getting to that point where they're getting softer, and the garlic is starting to perfume, and I don't want to scorch the garlic. So at this point in time, in goes back the mince. All right. Beautiful. Goes my sink. Right. So at this point, now what you're going to want to do is we're going to go ahead and add our flavorings, our seasonings. So I'm just going to crank up the heat now, probably to like a medium high. And into this, we're going to go ahead and I'm going to add my Worcestershire sauce, however you want to call it. And this is to taste, guys, how much you prefer. I happen to really love the taste, and I think it works well with shepherd's pie. And guys, for 1 tablespoon of Worcestershire, there's 0 calories and 0 fat, by the way. Yeah. And I'm going to go ahead with my rosemary. I have dried rosemary. I do have fresh out in the garden, but I was just too lazy to go pick some. And I always tell you guys about dried herbs. If the recipe calls for fresh and you're only using dried, use half and just give it a rub. And it releases its oils, and out it comes. I'm going to just put a little bit more salt. And I love pepper, so I'm going to add some pepper in here. And then what I'm going to do, I told you I'm going to add a little bit of beer, not a lot. That's it, that's it. Oh, come on, a little bit more. There we go. And I'm going to add my chicken bouillon, or sorry, I keep saying chicken because I'm cooking chicken, but my beef bouillon cube, which can be broken up in here. And then I'm going to add just a little bit of liquid. Like so. And lastly, just about a tablespoon of flour, guys. Now, don't be afraid of using the flour. It's not going to kill, you know, this low-fat meal. The amount of flour I'm using is really minimal, and it's just to thicken it up a little bit. It's about a tablespoon. I just eyeballed it there. So this is going to get all mixed up together, and I'm going to put this leave this on the medium-high heat until it starts to thicken up, and then I'll be back and tell you what's next. Okay, guys, I just tasted this, and holy Hannah. Oh, is it ever good. I'm telling you guys, if you serve this to your friends, your family, your loved ones, whoever, they are not going to know how healthy they are eating. And it's starting to really nicely thicken up, as you can see. Look at that. So at this point, I'm going to turn down the heat to a medium low. And the last addition, and it's something that I forgot to tell you guys about, and again, it's optional, is some peas. And I have some frozen peas here, and they're going to be added in. And don't worry if they're still a little frozen. They thaw out. All right. And again, the amount of peas you add is to your liking. I happen to love peas, and it's funny, I love peas and I'm always forgetting them. Like, oh, the peas! So that's a nice mixture there. That's a nice melody. That's, oh, guys, look at that. And the flavor and the smell, spot on, dead spot on. So now, guys, I've turned this right down to a medium low, actually, yeah, medium low, which would be about a 3 if you're using electric. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to let this go just for a little bit longer, just to make sure that my carrots are going to be soft enough, because they are the hardest vegetable in here. And the texture is perfect for me. So at this point, I'm just going to put my lid on, and I'm going to start my cauliflower. You guys, wow. I just added maybe about a tablespoon and a half of butter, or you can use margarine. They actually say butter is better for you. Margarine apparently will live forever. And they actually have the same amount of fat, believe it or not. Just a little bit of salt and pepper. And look how fluffy and lovely. Oh my gosh. And you know what? I tasted it. And I'm going to taste it again. Oh my God. Oh. Guys, I am dead serious when I tell you you will not know the difference between this and mashed potatoes. And if you tell me you do, I will jab you with my fork. All right, so our mash is ready. Our mixture is almost ready, and then we're going to assemble. Hey gang, so I'm back, and my mixture has thickened up. It's really nice. And it really, really smells and tastes awesome. So we're going to assemble. And it's not rocket science, guys. You've done it before. Let's see if I can do it in this angle. So first goes your meat mixture. Pack it down. Now some people like their meat to potato, if you're using potato, ratio half and half. I prefer it a little bit more meaty because I think that's what the dish was intended to be. And the potato, or in our case cauliflower, is more like a topping. This is more like a meat casserole, guys. So for me, when I get shepherd's pie in a restaurant or something, and the potato is just as much as the meat, I don't like that because I think I'm getting chinced. So then our cauliflower mixture, our mashed cauli, which is like our mashed potatoes, we're gonna go on top. I'm gonna spread that out. Give it a sec. You guys, these Dutch ovens are awesome. I love them, and they're really, really heavy. So, I'm gonna spread out our topping, which is our mashed cauli. And I'm serious, guys. I'm really dead serious when I tell you, you will not notice the difference. And as a matter of fact, if you guys watch Hell's Kitchen with Gordon Ramsay, he does a taste test with his chefs, and they're blindfolded. And one of them was mashed cauliflower, or basically just cooked cauliflower. And a lot of the wannabe chefs said it was potato. I'm telling you, once you put the butter in there, oh my God, you really can't tell the diff. Okay, so my topping's on. So nice. Now you can leave it like that, but I like to give a few little peeks here and there. You can be fancy and do something nice, but I just want to keep it, just give it some peeks. And it's ready for the oven. Now, optional, you don't have to do it, but I like it because I think it looks nice. I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit of paprika on top. And in Macedonia, they love their paprika. And I'm using a nice paprika. So guys, this is going to go in the oven just to get it nice and browned on top. Don't forget, everything's pretty much cooked, right? So we just want a nice brown crusty top, and I'll show you when she's all done. Mm, 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 mm. Okay, guys, it's done, and I'm gonna show you. I actually put it on a baking sheet, so in case there was any spillage, but there wasn't. It's nice and crispy and beautiful. And you want to let this cool before you cut into it. And I'm gonna take a little piece. I don't want to burn my mouth off, but look at that. I'm gonna blow and try it. Oh my god. Wow. Mmm. Mmm. You guys, seriously, honestly, no lie, nobody will ever tell that you used mashed cauliflower. Nobody. I can guarantee it. And if I served this today in Macedonia, I'm sure everybody would not tell that I use mashed cauliflower and I use minced chicken. Because with the spices and the way we've done this tonight, guys, there's no way anybody can tell. No way, seriously. And I'm a foodie. There's no way. So guys, I hope you try this recipe. Taste the flavors of Macedonia. Taste the flavors. This is the flavors of the world. And you guys, thank you so much for watching. It's so good. And we'll see you next time on Memories of Macedonia. Ciao.